Hey guys, hey everyone. Hey Meme, how you doing today? How is everybody doing that is watching? It's Tuesday, and we got some tea to sip on. So we already know it's a lot going on as usual. Love and Marriage Huntsville has issues that are always popping up across social media. So we're gonna talk about Destiny, and we're gonna talk about Martell too. Hey 2C26. Hey Hass. Thank y'all for joining the live. Please, everybody, hit the like button if you're here. Help push the content out. Help me grow the channel. What else? How are you ladies doing today? Hello. I don't want to butcher your name, Franchetta. How y'all doing today? Everybody doing good? What y'all thinking about this tea that everybody is sipping on? Shout out to all the content creators on YouTube. They dropped the tea that Martell was actually found guilty. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feeling about Martell getting found guilty? I'm doing good, everybody. Enjoyed my weekend. I hope everybody enjoyed their Mother's Day. Okay, so I did say your name. All right, I said it correct. Because, honey, I can butcher some names over here. Okay, y'all. So, as y'all already know, of course, we keeping up with Martell and his drama he got going on. We also been keeping up with the case that Destiny has going on with Laberrick. And I didn't know that she has 2 cases going on. Hey, Wente Talk, thank you so much for joining. Thanks everybody for joining. Please hit the like button. So we've been following the case with Destiny and Laberrick. And we also been following the case with Martell. Freshetta said, praise God, hotel is a demon. Y'all be forgetting to click on y'all comments, y'all. Y'all know I'm new to this live and my anxiety. I be trying to calm myself down because I don't know why I get anxiety when it's time to go live, y'all. I don't know. I don't know what be going on with me when it comes to going live. But I be forgetting to click on y'all comments, so y'all gotta bear with me. Yeah, shout out to Tay. Y'all already know she is a content creator, and I'm sure most of you have already subscribed to her channel. But if you haven't, go ahead. Today is Tuesday, Tay, and I'm looking forward to the Gossip Girls. Doesn't it? No, don't y'all premiere today? Wente Talk says DDM is like that too when it's time to go live. Y'all, I don't know what be going on with me and my anxiety, y'all. I promise y'all. It's like, what are you scared of? I'm not even on camera and I tell y'all my anxiety be so high. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. Yes, Tay Talk. No problem. Y'all guys always shout me out when I'm in y'all chat. And I really do appreciate that. And I love y'all Gossip Girls and I love y'all individual channels. Y'all like the few of content creators that I actually watch on a daily. I enjoy you guys' channel, y'all content, y'all conversations, everything. I enjoy it all. So y'all go head over there and subscribe. I'm sure y'all are already. So first we're gonna talk about Destiny. I think this is the right one, y'all. I want to make sure I added the right one. Okay, so yes. Is my mic on? Yeah. Okay, so everybody know that Laberrick has reopened his divorce case with Destiny, and he claims that, she has not followed by the agreement that they came to. So he is requesting the courts to find her in contempt. And they actually have a trial set for June 4th, I believe. It's a June 4th. Yeah, there you go, right there. June 4th, 2024 is when their court case is scheduled to begin its trial in Madison County. Now, let me see. How can I get the chat up too? Because I have the documents on my screen, y'all. She said, I feel some relief for Mel and her family, yet I think he should have gotten more time and those kids not to visit him unless supervised. I agree as far as that when it comes to Martell. I guess since he was only facing so much time that, you know, they just suspended it. And I don't think he really has that much on his criminal record besides the stuff that everybody called him walkie-talkie for. So I believe that's why I was suspended, but I agree. He at least should have got something, even if it was 30 days in jail to let him know that these people are not playing with him so he can take this serious. I think he should have gotten at least that, if that's the only thing he could have got. And we're going to get back on Martell. Y'all, please forgive that noise. Somebody's car alarm want to go off. It's either the dogs, the cars, or the kids, baby. It's going to be something in the background, y'all. When Tay tosses, I love your content too, and LB needs to keep Dusty in court. Thank you, Tay. And yes, he does. I agree. He need to keep her ass in court. Y'all, I'm trying to figure out a way to, because I downloaded these documents. Please bear with me, y'all, because I'm trying to doggone read the documents as we talk about it. But now that I'm realizing I should have just pulled it up on my phone. So let me do that, y'all, real quick. I'm going to pull it up on my phone so I can actually read the documents. But y'all can see the document is on the screen. We got several documents, y'all. She finally filed some motions, and it seems that she was without a lawyer for some time, I believe since like January. So Destiny finally filed a couple of motions this month in May, and they're going to trial in June. And so I want to pull the documents up. It's a few pages that we're going to look into. We're not going to read them all. We're just going to read a little bit of it, you know. Okay. Motion to continue. Okay, let's get this up, y'all. So I'm going to read the documents, y'all, and then we're going to chat about it in these comments. Simply Beautiful said, I will use that last interview against her ass too, trying to insinuate that Mel and him conspired to have warrants put out on her and little buddy. Yes, he needs to. And I believe he is. I believe Laberrick going to throw everything at her when it comes to their trial. Tusi said Dusty is just like her mentor, little buddy. Both of them are going to be broke as a joke behind lawyers. Y'all, and I think that's her problem, why she was actually without a lawyer for a couple of months, because we all know Destiny already filed for bankruptcy. And she's been saying a lot of things about not actually having the funds. So she obtained a new lawyer. This is her new lawyer that submitted these motions for her. And yeah, so Destiny is like Martell. I think she is the gaslighter. I think she's the manipulator. I think she's the liar. And I think she is on the track to Circuit Court of Madison County, Alabama. It's Laberrick versus Destiny. And this is a motion to continue in an alternative motion to shorten the time for discovery responses. So it says, come now, the defendant Destiny L. Peyton Williams, by and through her attorney, on record, Mrs. or Mr. Butler, moves this honorable court to continue the hearing presently set for June 4th, 2024, to a date certain in the near future, or in the alternative, to shorten the time for responses to discovery, as grounds therefore states as following. It says, number one, the undersigned counsel for defendant has reviewed the order on motion to withdraw as entered by this honorable court on May 7th, 2024, and respectfully requests the court amend such order to permit a continuance of the hearing set on June 4th, 2024, for the reason to be set forth herein below. Number 2, that the undersigned counsel for defendant has only recently been hired, and after reviewing the facts and pleadings in this matter, believes that it is best interest of the parties and the minor child of the parties to address current and additional issues on the same date, including numerous issues related to contemptuous actions on the part of, hold on, y'all, I can't see, on the part of the plaintiff in relating to the well-being of their minor child of the parties. The defendant further notifies the court that although her previous attorney of record filed the motion to withdraw on May 6, 2024, the defendant previously terminated the attorney-client relationship and has been without assistance of counsel since. So she's saying she terminated her last attorney and she wants a continuation. She wants to push this trial back that's set for next month. But I don't think they should push it back. I think she knew she was out of attorney and she knew that she needed to get one for her trial that's coming up. So if she has been without one for all this time, that's her fault. That's definitely her fault. So the next document says, as of January 9th, 2024, which was the last communication between defendant and her former counselor prior to the motion to withdraw filed within honorable court. Number 4, you guys, it says a short continuance of approximately 30 days in this matter to a date certain in the near future would serve the best use of judicial economy, as an answer has only recently been filed. Discovery has not been completed, and there are other issues between the parties that have only recently been pled to this honorable court as demonstrated in the attached Exhibit A. So this document right here, y'all, is basically her just asking for a continuance. Like we said, they set to go to trial June 4th. She doesn't want that. She wants to push it back. Her lawyer is stating that he or she was recently hired and they need time to go over certain things and they want the court to approve the continuation. Now, these are some more documents regarding that. It's not really saying too much in this, y'all. That's basically the gist of this document. She just wants the continuance. And so this one right here, what we see is a petition for rule nisi and modification. And it says, comes now the defendant in the above entitled calls and files this her petition for rule nisi and modifications and respectfully represents unto this court as follows. 1. Defendant readopts and reveres the allegations contained in her counter petition for rule nisi as set forth in her answer and counter petition. And it says A, that the plaintiff changed to medical providers. Okay, the plaintiff has unilaterally changed the medical providers of the minor child of the parties, contrary to the medical decision-making authority awarded to the defendant. So she's saying that Laberrick changed his medical provider, even though she is supposed to be the one that makes the decision when it comes to his medical care. She says in B, furthermore, the plaintiff has continually, willingly, and intentionally failed to pay the uninsured health care costs for the minor child. Now, we know Laberrick was also in charge of paying for his medical costs. And from my understanding, he has him under his medical insurance. But she's saying, I guess, some uninsured medical bills that he did not pay. We're going to have to see how that plays out. And then she says in C, that the plaintiff has failed to co-parent with the defendant, refusing to communicate prior to making decisions regarding the minor child, and or communicating his decisions through third parties. in contradiction to the standard parenting clause incorporated in the final judgment of the divorce parties. So she's trying to come back with some stuff at Laberrick, saying that she's not the only one in contempt. And this is how she filed it in her answer. She's basically saying he's doing some stuff too that they did not agree to. Let me just stop. D, the plaintiff has intentionally and willfully attempted to alienate the minor child of the parties from defendant. E, the plaintiff has intentionally and willfully neglected the medical needs of the minor child by interfering with attempts to have the minor child of the parties thoroughly evaluated and or treated as recommended by the medical provider of the minor child. So she's saying he ain't following the doctor's wishes to get him evaluated. I think their son is having some speech delays. Tay said, how you going to make the decisions when you don't provide the medical care? Exactly. And if he is responsible for paying for his medical costs, he should be able to change the providers. Like Martel and Mel, the judge issued them certain things that they're over. I don't know I know Laberrick was responsible for paying, for having him insured. I'm guessing because he got the better benefits and he can afford it. So that's why he had that. I don't know who exactly was over it though, but I thought he was. So I'm not sure. We're going to have to go back. We're going to double back and break down after we review her little motions. I'm going to go back to my previous videos where we have their divorce decree, because it states in there who exactly has what. I don't want to misspeak because I know one person was over religion, one person was over school, one person was over medical. So it's stuff like that. Okay, y'all, I think I lost where I was. Hold on, let me get back to where I was. Okay. Yeah, were we at F, you guys? It says that the plaintiff has disparaged, attempted to intimidate and harass the defendant in front of the minor child of the parties. One such incident resulted in him being ordered to leave the location of a custody exchange by a uniformed police officer at the Huntsville Police Department. So she's saying the police had to force him to leave the neutral spot where they're meet to exchange custody of the child. Tusa said Dusty just needs to go back in the bushes and heal. She is bitter and broken. I agree. Tay said, how you gonna make the decisions when you don't provide medical care? I think we read that. But yeah, basically, so I don't know what she's saying, but she's saying he was forced to leave and he's violated their decree to a certain extent as well. And then in G, she says that the plaintiff has violated paragraph E of the standard parenting clause as incorporated in their final judgment decree by traveling out of town for overnight travel and failing to inform the defendant of same or provide her with her right of first refusal as set forth in the paragraph. Now, right there, she said he didn't tell her that he was traveling out of town. So I'm trying to see, is that her issue that he took the son with him? Is that what she's trying to say? Maybe he took the son out of town without contacting her? We're going to have to see. There's not much clarity in these paragraphs, you guys. H, the plaintiff has failed to provide the minor child an environment in which he can grow and thrive by intentionally interfering in and refusing to take the minor child to scheduled extracurricular activities and keeping the minor child from school despite the minor's child documented delayed speech development, potential behavior issues, and educational progress. So she's saying that Laberrick is intentionally keeping their child out of school and not taking him to do extracurricular activities. And he basically has a documented speech delay. And so he's interfering with his progress by keeping him out of school. Okay, hold on. Kathy says she's using Hotel's playbook. Yes, a lot of this stuff sounds familiar, doesn't it? Tay says she's like Martell, grasping at straws. Exactly. She's trying to fight back with some y'all. She know that this man is not playing with her. He taking her butt back to court, and she trying to basically say he's doing stuff too. But I gotta say, these are my opinions, and I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't believe that Laberrick would intentionally interfere with his child education. I just don't see him doing that. Laberrick seems to be about his business and about his money, and we all know you need a good education. I don't see him interfering with his only child's future that way. So I don't know, y'all. Sounds like a bunch of stuff like, oh, he hit at me, so I'm gonna hit back at him. And then she goes on to say in the paragraph I that further plaintiff has repeatedly refused to pay his share of costs in extracurricular activities participated in by the minor child and out-of-pocket medical expenses. If that's all you was getting was $2,200 a month. And Laberrick makes, I'm sure, well above that. So who was actually taking care of the son if you're saying that he wasn't doing his part? We know the attorney put a lien on your property because you didn't even pay your portion of the attorney fees. So it's kind of hard to believe that Laberrick is not paying. Let's go to the next document, y'all. Okay, y'all. She said in B that the defendants and parties have difficulty co-parenting and that the plaintiff requires all communication to be made through Facebook Messenger, which is subject to messages being deleted, recalled, or otherwise hidden. She says the defendant would request a modification of a standard parenting clause in paragraph 2B to require that the parties communicate via electronic mail services such as My Family Wizard or any comparable equivalent thereto. So she wants to change how they communicate because she's stating that Facebook Messenger is not suitable. And that's probably something that I will agree on. I don't think they need to be communicating through Facebook Messenger. I could have sworn that when you're going through things like this, the court provides like a text message app or some type of site for parents to communicate that is monitored by, the law, so they can keep everything amicable. So I don't know about that. Tay says, so she can't afford a lawyer, but can afford after school activities. Exactly. Some stuff ain't adding up. Like, ma'am, your trial is less than a month away. And these documents, I believe, were filed like the 4th. So this month. So you waited to a month before your trial to secure you an attorney, but you want us to believe that you paying for other stuff regarding your son, even though your child's dad make way more than you. I don't know that. We don't know about that. Shay P says she need to talk about this and not chasing Moses and Sonny on TV. Exactly, y'all. She knew she was going to court for this when she started filming for this new season of Love and Marriage. But of course, they only want to talk about Sonny Forehead and Little Boy Blue. They don't want to talk about nothing else. It says, okay, here goes C. The settlement agreement of the parties as incorporated in the final judgment in paragraph 12C4 prohibits the defendant from discussing the plaintiff on the television show Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, y'all, so we got our answer. Maybe that's why she's not discussing it. I forgot that he did not want her to discuss him on TV or period, really. It says, however, to the best information and belief of the defendant, the plaintiff has been communicating with fellow cast members on the show, as well as various bloggers to spread spread false allegations regarding the defendant, while the defendant is completely restrained from exercising her First Amendment right to defend herself from said false allegations, and further interfering with her ability to generate income, as she has been threatened with removal from such employment due to allegations made by the plaintiff and her apparent acquaintances, as such claims due to her silence in the face of such claim. Y'all, I'm sorry, I just had to laugh at that. This girl said he has been still talking to her cast members, and since she's been hinting at him and Mel having something, well, she ain't hint, she flat out said she believed they got something going on because she FaceTimed her son and Mel was in the background. So do y'all think she was referring to Mel and saying that he's been communicating with fellow cast members on the show? And she said he's been speaking to bloggers. Destiny, did you not do an interview on the Future Wifey podcast and still speak on this man and accuse him of AB? I still haven't heard anything that Laberrick publicly said. So what do you mean that he's talking to bloggers? I'm reading court information. Laberrick ain't reached out and told me nothing. I don't think Laberrick talked to any bloggers, because stuff that has been coming out about Destiny is stuff that is in the documents. That's how we had to get Laberrick's side of this whole disagreement, because we have to go and find the court documents. You are the one seem to be speaking to bloggers. You know, you're doing lives, you're doing interviews, you have your own podcast. So that little paragraph was funny to me, y'all. She's saying that he's doing stuff that she seemingly is doing, allegedly. And then she said something about her income. He's stopping her from making money. Hold on, y'all. Let me find it in the paragraph. Said, okay, she says, although she is restrained from using her First Amendment rights, like she doing him a favor. And then it's saying that he is interfering with her ability to generate income. Why? Because he won't let you use him as a storyline? Because he won't let you get up there and lie allegedly on him? That's interfering with your income? Girl, bye. Destiny is crazy out here, y'all. Okay, y'all. And D, it says that in the alternative, defendant requests that plaintiff be restrained from contacting the cast, workers, management, or other individuals associated with Love and Marriage Huntsville to discuss the defendant, the minor child, or any issues related, and intentionally interfering with her attempts to produce income. Yeah, I don't know about that, y'all. Just because he won't let you mention him or lie on him, allegedly, you saying he interfering with you making money, that doesn't seem right. And who you gonna tell him to stop contacting? Just because they're your cast member does not mean that that man can't. But she made it seem like they was hanging out at his house. Dustin asked her, and she corrected herself by saying the restaurant. Yes, I remember another content creator bringing that up as well. I don't think he would mind if she would tell the truth as well. However, I have a strange feeling she only wanted to drag him. And LaBBQ said, no, ma'am. He said, right play, wrong person. Bitch, try again. I feel him. I think so too. In my opinion, Laberrick knows that Destiny is a narc. She got some narcissistic traits herself. He knows that she is a liar and she's out to ruin him. So why would I let you speak on me when I know you're not going to tell the truth? You're going to paint a pretty picture like someone else we know. And I'm inclined to kind of believe Laberrick, y'all. I'm still a girl's girl, but I'm going to call it how I see it. Destiny, I don't, as a person that I see on television, I wouldn't get along with her. She comes off as a complete liar to me. It Says Maurice needs a lawyer himself. Yeah, we all know Maurice need a lawyer, y'all. He definitely do. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the next doc. So it says the defendant further prays that upon the final hearing of this petition, Your Honor will find the plaintiff in civil and criminal contempt of court for his failure to comply with the orders of the court, and further enter a judgment in the defendant's favor for all sums due to her as past speech of the defendant, or in the alternative to restrain the plaintiff from making, hold on, I gotta bring this up, allegations to the workplace of the defendant, to grant the defendant authority over the educational and extracurricular activities of the minor child of the parties, and to modify the custody schedule so that the minor child is with the defendant on school and or days in which the minor child is to attend his developmental center, and further to enter in the order requiring a recalculation and setting of child support to be paid to the defendant retroactively to the date of the filing of this petition. So she's saying Laberrick is using corporal. She's saying Laberrick is using corporal punishment on their son that is having speech delays. She also wants him to remove the restraints on her speech of the defendant, because she wants to now be able to start talking about Laberrick since she's back on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And she's basically trying to get the court to find him in contempt. That's the same thing that Laberrick is also seeking. He wants her to be found in contempt. So she's basically just hitting back at him with the same thing and trying to get him found in contempt, maybe to offset her contempt conviction. Meme said, I see how her and Martell gets along, 2 peas in the pot. Yep, sounds like it. Storm said, did CK just release the podcast of him and Melody, but edited out the part where she cried and asked when they were going to step in? I can believe it. Really? Her and Martell have been in cahoots for a while. Don't it seem they may be counseling each other? They both ain't had no damn lawyers in a minute. They over there spending some time in the law library or something, trying to come up with some shit. They're probably trying to handle their cases on their own. MMACK is trying to cover himself, but it's too many recordings out of the podcast. I agree, you guys, about the podcast. Has said she is evil. Yeah, Destiny is trying to throw the same thing back at Laberrick that he is taking her to court for. So I just found that interesting about that she made sure to enter the corporal punishment. Now, Destiny filed all these documents this month, you guys. So that means she got a chance to know what everybody was speaking about on YouTube and other platforms. She's had a chance to hear things. And she also is privy to what's going on in Martell's case. And I do think she's trying to take a few pointers from Mel and Martell's case and bring it over to her case. Like, this is basically, I'm assuming, her defense, because, you know, Laberrick has stated she violated several decrees, and now she's trying to state the same thing, that he is also violating the decree. But it's like, that's not a defense for you. Y'all both could just get found in contempt if that's the case. Chris, I think that's your name, says she wants to be like Mel and make money of her truth. Yep, taking notes. Yeah, she's definitely taking notes. Document, it says in paragraph C that during the plaintiff's custodial time, the plaintiff has intentionally and willfully neglected the education and extracurricular activities of the minor child. And she goes down. She's basically repeating herself. She filed a couple motions, y'all. She filed a couple of them. The one we just went through was basically, I believe that was her answer. Hold on. No, that was her motion to continue. Now, this is the answer right here to what Laberrick filed. When Laberrick filed his motion for her to be found in contempt, she finally entered her answer to that. So let me go back out of here. Please answer and counter petition for Rule Nasai. And it says, comes now the defendant in the above entitled cause and for answer to the petition for contempt herefore filed on June 20th, 2023, states as follows. Number 1, defendant admits to the allegations in paragraph 1 and 2 of the plaintiff's petition for contempt as to the date of divorce and the fact that the parties entered into a settlement agreement on April 9th, 2021. Number 2, defendant denies each and every other allegation contained in said complaint. And it says affirmative defense. Number 3, having answered the plaintiff's petition for contempt, the defendant set forth the following as affirmative defenses. A, failure to state a claim upon which relief may be granted. B, accord of satisfaction. C, plaintiff's unclean hands resulting from plaintiff's own conduct or by the conduct of his agents, representatives, and consultants. D, plaintiff's own failure to mitigate. E, fraud on the part of the plaintiff. Okay. H, justification and prior breach by the plaintiff. And the plaintiff has exceeded the scope of the authority. The defendant specifically reverses the right to file additional defenses. Counter petition. Now having fully answered the plaintiff petition for contempt and due to actions taken by the defendant in contradiction of the orders of the honorable court, the defendant sets forth the counter petition for Rule Nasai as follows. Yeah, y'all, she basically saying the same thing over and over. Y'all see it down there in A, B, C, and D. That's on the screen. She's saying that he changed the medical provider. He intentionally failed the health insurance. So all of this is redundant. Her answer and her last motion she filed is all redundant. She's saying that he's not paying for stuff and he's in contempt too. So we definitely ain't got to read through all that. We just read all of that, even up to D, where she says the plaintiff intentionally and willfully attempting to alienate their child. How could he attempt to alienate the child when they're sharing custody and they're doing custody swaps? So I don't understand what she's saying. He tried to alienate her. But all that is redundant, y'all. We just really went over all of that. So let's go to the next slide. Yeah. So her answer is the same as the last document we saw. She's basically trying to throw some things at Laberrick, saying he is in contempt as well. So I do have some more documents, guys. We just don't have to waste time on that second one. It's all the same stuff. I don't believe that Laberrick's not paying his part. I don't believe that Laberrick is trying to alienate her, and I do not believe that Laberrick is not taking his son's speech delay serious and trying to intentionally not take him to school or anything. I don't know what's up with that, and I'm gonna keep an eye on the case because I want to hear Laberrick answers to that. But I don't believe Laberrick would do that. This is his only child, his first son. Why would he not want him to reach his full potential and get a good education? If you guys have already been told by a medical professional that he has a speech delay, why wouldn't he comply with that? That kind of contradicts what Laberrick is doing. Why would he bring you to court for contempt when he is allegedly in contempt himself? Why would he waste his money to reopen you guys' divorce decree if he knew there was a possibility that he could also be in contempt? That just don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me, y'all. Do that make sense to y'all? So this next document, y'all, is a motion to consolidate, I believe. Let me pull it up on my phone, because they do have two cases. I believe one is the actual divorce decree, and then I think the second case is for the contempt, and Destiny wants to consolidate them. But the thing is, I think I put these in the wrong order, but it really doesn't matter how we discuss them. But I think she filed something before the motion to continue. Okay, yeah, she filed a motion to continue, and this is the motion to consolidate cases. So it says, comes now the defendant in the above style causes by and through her attorney of record and files this motion to consolidate cases. And she says the grounds for are stated. 1, the parties in the above matter have 2 cases pending in the honorable court. All these pending cases are related to the previous order of this court as it relates to the financial obligations of the parties, as well as custody and support of the minor child. Number 2, it is in the best interest of the parties that their minor child and would further serve the purpose of the judicial economy to consolidate all pending cases involving the above parties so that they are heard at the same time. So she's asking the judge to consolidate the cases instead of it being 2 cases. And that, I believe that's a way for her to try to save some money. If you got a lawyer working on 2 separate cases, they're going to bill you as such. So I think she wants to consolidate them not only to save her money, but also because she's trying to get a continuation when she doesn't want to go start trial next month. So I believe that's why another reason she wants to consolidate. So we've seen that she asked for a continuation, and now she's asking for the consolidation of the cases. And then this next slide right here is actually the she's the certificate of service proving that, she electronically filed, and the date right there is May 13th, 2024. So y'all, that was actually yesterday that document is dated for. And here is the order for those motions that Destiny submitted. And it says in the Circuit Court of Madison County, in Laberrick versus Destiny, it says the order motion to continue filed by Williams Destiny is hereby denied. So they denied her motion to continue the case, you guys. They like, no, ma'am. I believe Laberrick filed this case in 2023, and it has not been able to proceed due to the fact that Destiny filed bankruptcy. So that held him up for a while. He couldn't, take her to court due to her bankruptcy case, and he had to petition that judge to allow him to take her to court. So they probably like, no, ma'am, you've had more than enough time. We're not going to continuate this. You're going to be here on June 4th. So they denied her motion to continue the case. Okay, so that was the continuation, and it was denied. Let's see what the judge thinks about her wanting to consolidate the cases. And this right here is the order, and it says motion for consolidation filed by Williams Destiny is hereby denied. And it says the petition filed was on May 10th, 2024. The court has previously denied the motion to continue, and granting the motion to consolidate would be necessity required to continuance. The court denied. So they saying, no, we're not finna consolidate the cases because we already know we just denied your motion to continue. Now you come back with a motion to consolidate, which will make us have to push the case back. No. Tay said, do you think that's why the case he had against her was dismissed because she filed that bill on her bankruptcy? That's some food for thought. And I've been trying to really pull that up regarding that case. I gotta do some more searching, y'all, because I want to know why it was dismissed as well. I think it's kind of like it gotta be something going on to the point where they denied that, because I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think it's some type of technicality. According to her, that was all set up by Laberrick as well. She's saying that he reached out to Crime Stoppers and, he did all of that to embarrass her. So, I don't know. Drop the Mic says, hey, T from TV and chat. Hey, Wednesday Talk. Hey, Drop the Mic. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. Y'all, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. So Destiny basically got both of her motions that she said here and finally obtained a lawyer for denied. The court don't want to hear that shit. They like, no, ma'am. Be here June 4th. We will proceed without you. Like, no, you're not going to consolidate these cases. We're not going to give you a continuance. Y'all need to be here on their son. And she also stated that, it wasn't recommended by their medical provider because their son has a speech delay. So they shouldn't be using corporal punishment on him. Now, I don't know about all that, but that's kind of sounds familiar that she wants to just now throw that out, that he's using corporal punishment because their son is only like, what, 4? Their son is only like 4. I don't see. These are my opinions. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't see Laberrick over there using no corporal punishment on their child. Because from my understanding, corporal punishment is not a spanking. Am I right? Y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But I could have sworn that corporal punishment wasn't just like a spanking. It was beyond that. So I don't know. I just find it funny that she wants to enter that into her argument after the fact. Now, Destiny, remember, she didn't file any case. Laberrick filed the case, and he's trying to get her found in contempt. So now her trial has been set for next month, and she just now submitted all of that this month. What took you so long to submit all of this? If he was using corporal punishment on your child, why didn't you been opened up y'all divorce? Or why haven't you been took him to court to try to get him to stop? If he hasn't been taking y'all child to his developmental center, why didn't you open up a case against him? Yeah, that's where I'm coming from. It's like, if he was doing all of this, why didn't you take him to court? And please don't say it's just out the kindness of her fucking heart, or she just didn't want to go through a court case. Destiny has been trying to destroy this man. This is a man that you accused of abuse, that you accused of AB. And if you can accuse him of AB in you, why didn't you speak out for your child and say, yes, I suffered at the hands of this man and he's now using corporal punishment on our child? Why didn't she bring any of that up? It's just all quite convenient, if you ask me. It is real. She's trying to emulate him in Mel's case, but she gonna fuck around and find out too. Black women are in the building, you guys. She is also a content creator. If y'all haven't already, please go ahead, subscribe, check out her content. She says, now using everything that in Martell and Mel case, now LB has been using corporal punishment. Exactly. That's my thoughts. Because you came out and said he was AB and you. Why didn't you say he is also trickled down to your son? And you believe that he's using corporal punishment on the son. Why didn't you say that he's not taking him to his developmental center and he has been diagnosed with a speech delay? Why didn't you say that he's not paying the medical bills? It's just, to me, Laberrick was the one that opened the case because he says you were not following by the divorce decree. Now, if he was doing all this that you said he was doing, it seems to me that you would have been the one to reopen up the divorce. Now, we know you ain't had no money for no lawyer, but come on now, sis. You could have did some stuff on your own. Like, you it don't make sense to me. That's my opinion. Queen P says, Dusty been Moses' side piece for 15 years now. I understand why LB wanted a DNA test 3 weeks after their son was born. Exactly. Sheree about to have time to get her clothing line together, baby. She by Sheree ain't never finna be done. Didn't she say she had some jogging suits? Maybe she could work on next fall's line. Get a clue said Destiny be lying. That's what it sounded like to me, y'all. It sounded like Destiny, but has been lying for some time now. Because I don't know, stuff ain't add up to me. If I feel like my son was not being taken to his educational learning center, I would have a problem with that. If I feel like my son was over there getting AB'd, I would have a problem with that. I would have a problem with a lot of that stuff, and I wouldn't be sitting here being quiet about it. Destiny just, again, I know I'm repeating myself, y'all, but she just filed these motions this month. She knew Laberrick was trying to take her back to court way back in 20, I think it began in 2022, actually. The ending of 2022, when they were supposed to be getting that house sold, I believe that's when he first initially opened up their divorce after that. But again, she filed bankruptcy in January. No, she filed bankruptcy in September, right after the little stuff with their house. So he couldn't take her to court. He had to wait. So you had over a year to file a motion and get all of this added, but you didn't. Why wait till a month before your trial is set to take place? So it's all strategic with her too. Even her trying to hire a new lawyer. I think she thought that was going to help her get a continuance because she supposedly has been without a lawyer since January. And when she found out that the judge was not going to grant that continuation, then her lawyer tried to try another maneuver and consolidate the cases, because they knew if they were going to consolidate the cases, then hey, we would essentially get that extension, because now they got to give us time and push the court date back. But they denied both of her motions. The motion to consolidate right there is on the screen that is being denied. And then the motion for her continuance has actually been denied as well. And we see the date right there, the 14th day of May. Girl, you go to trial in a couple of weeks. And I wish I could be in the courtroom on June 4th down there in Madison County. So to all y'all that actually stay out there in Huntsville, if you got time, and if you and y'all, and I'm just reading stuff and I skipped through. I maybe should have read that other document, y'all, because now that I think about it, it's some stuff in there that we actually did not go over, because she even said something about Laberrick having an overnight guest. Y'all don't mind that dog in the background. They'll bark at anything. But she actually said something about him having overnight guests. And it's like, girl, didn't you allegedly have a man up in his house that he was paying for? And now that y'all are divorced and have been for some time, you think he's not supposed to have someone spend the night at his home when you allegedly had somebody in his house that he was still paying the mortgage on? I'm gonna try to pull that up, y'all. While we talking in the chat, let me try to pull it up, because y'all know we ain't gotta make up nothing. She actually said that. So it's like you seem to be a little pressed about who this man is now seeing. Why? If he was ABing you. Lawyer. Hold on, y'all, because I'm not going nowhere. I'm trying to find for y'all the document. Well, I know where the document is. I'm trying to see which one it's in. I believe it's in her answer. But she was basically saying like he had people spending the night over. He had friends. Like, okay, and didn't you have a man in his house? Like, is he not supposed to have company? I don't understand what goes on when you get a divorce for someone and you worried about who's in their house. I don't understand that. Now, granted, your son is there, but if your son is there, but you too worried about what this man is doing. Hold on, here's her answer. Let's go through, because a lot of this stuff is redundant, and it's like, why am I paying the lawyer to draw up the answer and the continuation? And y'all, so it's in paragraph J of her answer. Hold on, let's go back to that. Let's add that up there. Let me see. Hold on. E F G H I J. I think it's this one right here, y'all. Let Let me make the screen big so I can make sure this is the one. Okay, yes, this is the one that's on the screen right here. So in paragraph J down there, she says, to the best information and belief of the defendant, the plaintiff has had overnight romantic partners as visitors in the presence of their minor child during the minor's child overnight custodial time with the plaintiff, which is an intentional and willful, let's go to the next page, violation of paragraph 2K of the standard paragraph clause incorporated in the party's final judgment divorce. So she said he had someone spend the night at his home while he had his son there with him, and it violates a clause in their divorce judgment. I don't know about that. Why would that? Well, I guess I do think before you introduce another partner to the child, that you and the other parent should both be on the same page when it comes to that. But also, Destiny, when you are trying to successfully co-parent with a person that is hell-bent on making you miserable and making times hard for you, he probably couldn't get you to agree on that. Now, if that's in y'all divorce decree, then yeah, that's something he would have to answer to in court. But it's like, at the same time, how long have y'all been divorced? Do you know how long he has dated this romantic partner? Like, it's other things, like I said, there's other things that come into play. You just can't throw something out there and it's all black and white. It's so much stuff that comes into play with that. You can't co-parent with a person that doesn't want to co-parent. And say, how does she know that though? Exactly. How you know who was at his house and for how long they were there? Are you watching this man's house? Because now you just said your child got a speech delay. So I'm sure he ain't told you that daddy had somebody at the house. So how do you know for sure he had somebody sleep there? It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot going on. Yeah, it's Destiny is a whole clown out here. I'm going to keep up with this case because I want to see how it all turns out. And I'm going to keep y'all updated too. But it seems like she just threw some stuff together. Because why is you waiting? Well, she got like 3 weeks to her trial. Why are you waiting 3 weeks before you set to go to trial to file your answer? You just filed your answer. Like, what's going on? I don't understand that. Hold on, I just clicked on somebody comment. TJ said this is a good live. Thank you, y'all. Please like it, hit the like button. It's a little shaky over here. Y'all gotta bear with me. I'm trying to learn how to work hotel with hotel being convicted, with Destiny set to go to trial. We still don't know what's going on with the Scotts and Zen Gardens. Now we have Maurice getting countersued by Miss Black Titanic. It's so much going on. Oh, and the OWN network is also now attached to Miss Black Titanic's countersuit. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot. And Destiny is saying that he's reaching out to her employer. I wonder why. I wonder what he actually said, because she said she was being threatened of losing the job. So maybe Laberrick reached out to Carlos and said, look, I don't even want my initials mentioned on the show. I could see him reaching out to production, because we all know Destiny's still gonna do what she want to do. But Laberrick probably told them, look, I'm gonna hit y'all ass. Already hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I am on the road. I'm trying to reach 3K. It's next month will be my 6th month of me being on YouTube, and I'm trying to get to 3K. So if y'all can, please like the video, go watch old videos, like them, subscribe to the channel, and help push my content. If you guys just got to the video and y'all here for the Destiny update, please catch the rewind. Look, I said the rewind, the replay. Catch the replay so y'all can check out the court documents and hear what Destiny is accusing Laberrick of. And I'm gonna keep y'all updated with that case. And I'm also gonna try to keep y'all updated with the Maurice case. Yeah. So thank y'all so much for being here. And that's pretty much all I have for this video, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Thank you so much, 313 Lay. She said I liked and subscribe. Thank you, y'all. I'm going to be dropping some more content for y'all very soon. Getting some videos pushed out this week for y'all. So, yeah, stay tuned, y'all. Thanks. I'll see y'all in the next one.